Yes.
Hello and welcome to episode 339 of the Player One podcast for Monday, April 29th, 2013. I'm your host, Greg Seward. Joining me as always is my co-host, Electronic Gaming Monthly's original grown man baby, Chris Johnston.
Hello, Greg Seward. It is good to be here with you on this fine Sunday. Sunday.
Did you write that down like I wrote all this down?
No.
Hello. It is fine to be here today. On the West Coast, we have the host voted most likely to fall asleep during one of his own stories, Phil Theobald.
It's harsh.
That is a little
harsh.
mean.
But
You know,
not
it's
unrealistic.
It's easy to remember the episode number this week because it's 3 times 3 equals 9.
Wow.
Think about it.
That's
Think
What
about
an
it.
athlete.
Think about it.
And joining us from the great state of Utah is the man who puts the class in the word classless, Mike Phillips.
Hey, I just want to take a minute and congratulate Greg Ford on his continued marriage.
Yeah.
He's in
I'm
Japan
presuming
right now.
he's still married.
Yeah. Him and his wife are in Japan.
There you go.
On their
I
honeymoon.
wonder
It was good of him to take her with him.
Yeah.
is he playing Halo while she entertains herself? While she's talking, he just sort of randomly starts playing Halo in the background.
All I know is I gave him a big list of Famicom games to pick up for me while he's over there. So
Nice, because that's what people want to do on their honeymoons.
I
Yeah.
figure most of his time is going to be spent in a bunch of used video game stores.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What
I mean-
is there another reason to go to Japan, or?
Or love hotels.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Nintendo-owned love hotels.
Oh,
Hey, Phil.
the Power Glove.
What?
Did you hear the news that Shantae is coming to the Virtual Console?
I did.
Are you excited?
Well, I have the cartridge.
Well, you have Earthbound.
Yeah, but-
as well. Aren't you excited? Earthbound is coming to Virtual Console
I should sell both of those now.
before
Right.
they're worth nothing.
Yes. No, that's pretty cool. I'm glad it's coming out so people can play it.
I'm
Yeah.
glad it's coming out so I can play it.
Have you never played it before?
No, I never have,
Oh wow.
and I've always meant to, but I didn't want to go find the cartridge. So
Well,
It sounds like a 90s hip-hop artist.
Shantae.
Like maybe you would do a track with Jody Watley or something like that, yeah. I've never
Jody
played it before
Watley.
either.
I hear she's
All right.
looking for a new love. Anyway. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, let's talk about some games.
I want to hear CJ sing some Starship.
Oh, God.
No, you don't.
Yeah, actually, I do. I can't imagine anyone else would.
So, okay, let's talk about some games. Mike, what
Sir.
filthy, horrifying, disgusting things have you been drawing? And draw something too.
Ah, yes.
Nothing yet. I don't have enough colors to get the appropriate flesh tones. I'm all about getting the subtle contours and the nuance in the fleshy nubbins, and I have to buy those, and I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I loved your tweets earlier this week, your top 5 inappropriate
Yeah.
draw something rounds.
That's
But
good
the
stuff.
thing about draw something too is now it's got that social aspect to it, right?
Yeah,
So if
that's
I'm
problematic.
playing a game with you, then I can see everything you've drawn for other people in
I
a
like how it
feed.
ruins the magic.
Yeah, it's
So-
troubling.
If you're playing with, relatives or your daughters, they'll be able to see your
I will say,
inappropriate
yes, I
drawings.
believe you tweeted something about your masterpiece from the original game, and I just have to say I'm really glad my children weren't in the room when I clicked on that link.
Yeah, I didn't put that one among my top 5 just because I thought it was too graphic. I only tweeted that to friend of the show, Rich Grisham, because I wanted to haunt him for the rest of his days. the word was organ, and
Just take it from there.
the drawing was
weird?
a profoundly graphic, almost Georgia O'Keeffe style rendition of the female reproductive organ. Yeah.
Is it weird that I've masturbated to a lot of Mike's draw something
Jesus.
drawings?
Yes. You had to
Yes.
take it there.
I mean, take it as a
Was it the
compliment,
guy with
Mike.
the sock puppet on his penis?
Yes.
I knew it.
Yes.
Good
Draw
family
Something 2
fun
is
here
pretty
on the Player
awesome,
One
though.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already playing it with CJ.
Yeah.
Is it good? Is
I
it
will
worth
tell you, I am beating the hell out of Carly Rae Jepsen. Like, I drew
What is
her
the deal
under
with
the table. I don't know.
Is
It's
that
like
that's just their bot?
that's one of their bots, their tutorial bot,
Is
which
Carly
is
Rae
an
Jepsen-
interesting way to begin the game, I guess. But
It's
yeah.
also
Okay.
interesting that they've clearly sunk so much time and development in this sequel with, I guess, the hope that lightning will strike twice.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's the first one was really bare bones, but part of the charm of it was seeing what someone could do with incredibly primitive tools and very few colors. And now they have like pattern brushes and texture brushes and watercolor brushes and a million different colors and transparency and
Which you have to buy, right? You have to buy a lot of the brushes.
yes. I mean, I guess that answers my question, right? That's why
Yeah.
they sunk all this development
Exactly.
money into it, because they have more hooks to get you to buy things now.
Well, the other thing you can do is you can follow people, like follow artists, and just watch their drawings with other people.
Yeah.
Follow Mike Phillips.
And that.
I don't know if I'll be doing anything quite as perverse as last time. So, and that was just for select friends. I didn't randomly like pepper people with shots of mustard sprayed on a woman's chest. That was only for my closest, dearest friends. I will say that
someone to feel special.
the other thing that is really great about Draw Something and now Draw Something 2 is when you play games with random people, it really gives you a flavor of just how fucking stupid the American people are. Like, no one can spell, no one understands, no, people are dumb, and it's really entertaining to see just how dumb
Do
they
you
are.
have an example?
I drew, one of the words that I had was hoof. That's
Okay.
pretty simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Draw a horse.
Yeah.
Draw a nice little horse leg. Point to his foot.
Yeah.
There are only 4 letters
Claw.
in his word. Just not even
Talon.
close. Just not even close. And then the other thing is
Bang.
the people that just write the word. So someone was supposed to draw Matador for me, and so what they did was write the word Matador.
Because they had no idea what a matador was.
I immediately resigned those games, because if you're not going to play, fuck you. I don't care enough to...
Oh,
Well,
man.
It seems to me that this is still just like the original Draw Something, where it's not really much of a game.
It's not a game at all.
Winners and losers. It's just Pictionary for fun.
Yeah.
No
And
scores.
As
really
opposed
fun.
to Pictionary for work.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm also
Fun.
perturbed. I'm annoyed that there is no iPad version yet. What the
There
hell?
isn't.
No. So I'm having to play the iPhone version doubled, which is okay, but I would rather there were an iPad version with higher resolution
Yeah, that would be
graphics.
nice.
That's odd.
So maybe at some point I'll be able to pay for that, but for now I'm just going to keep it free and keep playing the phone version. It's a lot easier on an iPad, though. You need to get an iPad and play it on there instead of on a phone. I can't imagine playing it on the phone.
Yeah, the couple rounds that are the 2 drawings that I did for you, I did on the phone, and you can pretty well tell. I mean, I suck at drawing anyway,
Yeah,
but
if we're going to do it.
And when
do
he
it on the
when he
pad.
spelled matador, that's all he could do. He could just fit that word on the screen.
exactly.
Yep.
So, speaking of games we play on our phone, there was another big release this week. Robot Unicorn Attack 2.
Yeah, the game of the forever.
Ugh. More like Robor Unisnore.
Oh,
Black.
Now I'm
Ooh.
curious because it seems like they sunk a lot of time and development resources into, I don't know, trying to catch lightning in a bottle a second time, or is it?
I was gonna say, oh man, when you were describing that, I'm like, we could just use that line again.
there you go. You're right. You are correct.
It's pretty damn good, though.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
It is.
In all honesty, I mean, we're not going to sit here and tell you to your face that it's crap or anything like that, but
I would hope not.
it is. No, it is really good. I've been playing a ton of it
Awesome.
since I got it.
Yes.
I have to. I'm not very good at it, though. I think the longest single run that I've done so far is close to 20,000, which is not very
I
far.
was about to talk about how proud I was of myself that I can get to like 20,000 or so in a single run, but you just ruined that. So
Well, I'm saying that's the longest. I normally end up around 14,000 on each one of my tries, basically.
Okay.
Each one of my wishes, if you will.
20 is about as far as I've gotten as well.
Let me check what my longest run is. I think it's somewhere in the mid-40s.
Oh,
at
you
you.
son of a bitch. Well, you know what screws me up is...
Yeah, 45,000.
Wow. The point where it tells you, hey, you can just hold it down to fly.
yes.
You are immediately tempted to do that, and you just fly right into a fucking cliff every single time. And I can't stop myself from doing it. As soon as it tells me I can fly, oh shit, I'm gonna fly right into a rock.
I've taken the wings off of my unicorn.
So you can
you don't have to worry about flying.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, I found the flying like super useful at this point.
But you have to hit a rock.
No, you don't. No, just have to.
Apparently not that useful if you're.
You have to caress the screen, Mike.
Well,
I will
give you a hint. So with flying, and I don't know if you noticed this while playing. Well, you probably did. You know the rings that you can jump through. They multiply your score values. So if you're using flight, they multiply your score values
until you land.
While you're in the air, until you land. So with the wings, you can pass through a bunch of hoops and collect a bunch of fairies, and suddenly you'll have a really high score.
I see.
Yeah,
that's cool. Hey, CJ.
Yeah.
I have a question about this game.
Yeah.
And specifically about the social aspect of it, where you get to pick a team.
Yeah.
You can pick Team Rainbow or the villainous Team Inferno.
Yes.
And then they tally up everyone on both teams' scores, and whoever gets the highest score wins a prize each day.
And if you're Team Rainbow, you can see yourself get your ass kicked every single day.
Let's see.
Right now,
Right there, I just got the message saying, hey, Team Rainbow, you lose again.
I was actually pretty surprised by that. I thought for sure that Rainbow was going to win consistently.
We actually got a tweet about it, too.
And I'm looking at the current score, and Team Inferno.
Even close.
It's not even close, right?
Is that just sheer numbers? Nobody wants to be Team Rainbow because they think that implies something about their sexual preference, or what?
Because this is just it's like I'm
I don't
losing.
know.
I'm losing.
What, you don't like rainbows?
I'm losing.
I like rainbows. I'm
every day.
I actually switched teams. Now I'm on Team Rainbow.
Nice.
I am Team Rainbow.
So am I.
I've been on Team Rainbow since the start, but all it's doing is making me lose free gems
I joined
every
Team
day.
Inferno thinking that nobody would join Team Inferno, and then it's completely
Team Inferno just sounds cooler. That's the problem.
Yeah, I suppose.
You're playing a game about a unicorn.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. It's very serious.
I'm on Team Inferno.
I also see that you guys are pandering to the bronies with one of these unlockable...
Well,
that is the one I'm waiting for.
Why wouldn't you?
Great. Yeah.
You basically have to with a game called Robot Unicorn Attack.
You have to pander to the bronies.
How
often does that come up? How often does that exact phrase come up in your game development?
Never.
Cycles?
Never.
Really?
It didn't.
Really? We should probably pander to the bronies.
Am I safe to assume that there will be additional musical tracks at some point?
Yes, there will be.
Cool.
Additional music and additional unicorn parts and other stuff.
I'm guessing you can't tell us any new music.
I cannot tell you any new music, no.
I gotta say, it's gonna be hard to top Neverending Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, that to me, that's the perfect,
too early there.
Perfect
that
fit.
was awesome.
Although I have met people who like Never Surrender more.
So. The
beginning of that song is pretty perfect.
Yeah, but after that, it's just then Corey Hart starts to sing and everything just kind of falls apart. But
and if I could level one criticism at the game, the looping on Neverending Story, a little abrupt. I think
it is a little bit abrupt.
More to massage that.
It is a little bit abrupt. That's what updates are for.
Nice.
Coming to an
That'll
iOS
that's going to be a huge patch. That'll be bigger than the Wii U update.
right.
Finally, we get better looping on Never-Ending Story on Robot Unicorn Attack 2.
It's more exciting than the Wii U update.
Oh, no.
Hey, now.
Wow. You went there.
How do you feel about the Wii U update?
I'm glad that game, Robot Unicorn Attack 2, the best game ever, is finally out in the wild, running free. Because
like the majestic unicorn itself.
Yes,
we started development on it
a little over a year ago, and it's good to get it out there and playing it.
So you posted a TV commercial. Is that actually going to be on television, or like
it is?
I mean, I assume you can get space on Adult Swim relatively economically.
Yes. And the version that's actually playing on TV has Corey Hart as the background track.
Oh.
Nice.
So
it's probably just playing on
Taste
Adult
of Canada,
Swim, right?
Yes, it is just playing on Adult Swim.
You're not going to tune into Parks and Rec and see an ad for.
So that would be awesome.
That would be great.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be.
I would be all for that, but I'm sure it's expensive.
Probably.
Sure, it's so expensive. I'm not even going to look it up.
Yeah, but hey, we're number 2 free behind Draw Something.
Yeah,
cool.
So that was good.
Pretty good.
And we got Editor's Choice from Apple, which is again like completely awesome.
That's
good
cool.
Deal.
Well, congratulations. It is a really good game.
It is.
I assume that landing one of those Editor's Choice spots is like incredibly useful for downloads.
Yes.
Like exponentially better for downloads.
Exponentially better. Absolutely. It is.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's a huge difference between just being new and noteworthy or featured at the top. So,
very cool.
Yeah.
I bought 2 of the downloadable songs, though, CJ. So
Me
Excellent.
also.
That is good. Thank
be
you.
glad.
Thank you very much.
You'll be glad.
That
You
helps.
got $2 from me.
$2.
You didn't buy yourself the tier doubler?
No, I did not.
Really?
No tier doubler yet.
No. You know, I've talked about this before. The tier doubler is what, $5?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a little much for a coin doubler. I'm
What are you Watto now? Is it?
Yeah.
Negotiate tier W.
A little much.
Guarantee you no one else is a coin doubler.
Have you seen my coin doubler?
Yeah.
But I honestly haven't felt much need for the coin doubler. I'm earning coins at a pretty solid clip.
Good clip.
So
You taught Finn how to play, and he just hasn't stopped.
yeah, you just
That's the way to do it,
slap in
I'm telling
Yeah.
the screen, and yes, put a little Saran wrap over so the drool doesn't
Over
trip
Finn?
the moisture sensor. Huh?
Seems
No, over
homicidal.
the
Yeah, you just
screen.
put a bag over his head. Plastic
That's-
bag.
CJ, this is why your kid has pink eye.
She doesn't have pink eye anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because
she
there's
giving you the
medicine
stink
for
eye?
that.
Got some of that expensive American medicine for it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mike,
Hi, Greg.
talk to us about Monaco. I'm really interested to hear about this game.
You've interrupted Mike's game of Draw Something.
I know.
Yeah.
That is patently false.
He was just drawing a
How
puppet
did the
on the
stylus get in my hand? Son of a bitch. I don't know what happened there. It's actually really cool. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not, but I decided if I was going to like it, it would be in co-op, and so I decided to just kind of splurge and get the 4-pack and invite a few friends, and we played online last night on Skype, and it's actually a whole hell of a lot of fun in co-op. I'm not sure how it would work single player. I still need to try that.
What is it? I really don't even know what it is. Like,
So it is a top-down heist game, but calling it a heist game doesn't
Calling all
really
cars?
explain anything. You have a number of different characters who all have different abilities. So the guy that I like to play is called the Cleaner, and his special ability is if enemies aren't looking, you can knock them out and put them to sleep. But basically you're trying to infiltrate a building, crack a safe, or steal some plans, or get a computer hacker and get him out of there. without being detected by the bad guys, or when you are detected, sometimes you'll have weapons with a really limited amount of ammo that you can use. But the whole thing sort of feels like, I've heard people compare it to Pac-Man, which is not entirely inaccurate. There are parts of it that are like that because you're collecting coins as you go through and, sort of avoiding ghosts, but the ghosts are the cops or security guards or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's also a little bit like Gauntlet. If you were to play Gauntlet, but instead of trying to kill everybody, you were trying to avoid everybody to get to your goals. So
avoiding everybody in Gauntlet would be really tough.
It would be incredibly tough. But so, there's a character, I think he's called the Mole, who's able to break through walls and create new paths for everybody else. There are guys who can disguise themselves. I think there are 8 or 9 different characters, and you kind of unlock them all as you progress through the story, even in co-op mode. So you only have a few to begin with. Every single door is locked, and you have a little time meter that it takes to unlock it. So there's a guy who is the lockpick, and he does it 3 times as fast as anybody else. And there are levels where you have lasers that are security lasers that you can deactivate by waiting for the little meter to wind down. So it's I think it would be really good couch co-op, because the more kind of communication that you have between the partners, the better off you are. If someone runs off kind of renegade, they'll end up alerting half of the security force, and then you got dudes chasing you forever, and it's a real pain in the ass. But it's funny, and it has a really fun sense of humor. I'm not wild about the art style. It's a little too, it's that kind of neo-retro look that people love to do, and it's sort of, well, I mean, if you watch videos of it, it's hard to tell what the fuck's going on, and until you've played 4 or 5 levels of the game, it's still really hard to tell what's going on, just because it's a little bit confusing with the art style. It's a little hard to tell what's what when you're in the game. But it's a whole lot of fun. It plays really well with a controller, so I'm assuming when it hits XBLA and PSN, it will be just as much fun and just as easy to play. Wasn't it
supposed to be out this week, but it got delayed?
I swear when I went on PSN this week, when I went on Xbox this week, there was an ad for it, but it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, right. I can't remember why
it was supposed to be up. It got pulled.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, though. It's $15. Seems all right. I mean, we played for a good...
It's awfully high for a coin doubler.
We played for a good couple hours, and I don't think we put all that much of a dent in the number of levels that you have. And they're pretty neat. You're going from floor to floor, and sometimes trying to, get to the escape helicopter or the escape van out in the parking lot when you're done. It's, characters sort of vaguely pulled from Ocean's 11 or something like that, each with their own special ability, and yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Cool.
I'm digging it.
Probably wait till it's the freebie on PlayStation Plus or something.
Well, you could do that.
Does that make me a bad person?
It makes you a thrifty person.
Okay.
Yeah. Or a cheap
I'm all right with that.
Whichever.
I heard CJ finished a game this week.
I did. You heard correctly. I finished Lego City Undercover for the Wii U.
So let's talk about that, because Phil was very excited about the prospect of you getting to the end of that game.
Yeah. The ending couple chapters are really freaking awesome.
Was I wrong about that last level?
No, you were not.
No, I was not.
Unexpectedly epic for a game.
See?
Like Lego City Undercover.
About the only word you can use to describe that.
Completely unexpected.
Like turn into God of War or something?
As loathsome as
You'll
that word
just
could
have
be.
to see. Yeah, it's awesome. It's great. It was a great ending and a really, really fun game.
Yes, indeed.
I kind of want to go back to some of the previous missions now that I have all the outfits unlocked and get to areas I was not able to get into.
Well, you need to get to the Liberty Island.
Yeah,
you can get to Liberty Island now.
I can do that. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's awesome. I'll probably load it up and just tool around in the city.
Yeah.
So what do the outfits do for you? They're like disguises that let you access different areas? Is that the concept there?
Yep, that's it. Yeah, basically certain disguises can do certain things. Like the fireman can use his axe to get into doors.
Astronaut can use teleporters.
Astronaut uses teleporters. The farmer uses a chicken to do a floaty second jump.
Yes.
Nice.
Similar to in Zelda. Like,
Yes.
So you know what I'm saying.
Now that you've beaten it, you're going to jump right into the chase begins?
No, I'm not going to, because I heard that the chase begins is not very good from various people, not from Phil though. So I'm wondering, Phil, you purchased it.
I did.
How
that
do you
the
feel about the
3DS version?
chase begins?
It is.
Which yes,
It is
the
the
3DS, prequel.
Yes.
To Lego
And I
City
dare
Undercover.
say it is better than the Wii U version.
What?
Yep.
But are you really saying that, or are you just being Phil?
He
No,
dares
I-
to say it.
I'm just daring
You
to
dare
say it.
Oh, okay.
I'm
He
daring
has-
to say
he
it
has
because
the balls.
It's not true.
It's wildly inaccurate. And I am not afraid
That's what
of
I
anything.
figured.
No,
Yeah.
you know what
You're
though?
not
I mean,
afraid to be wildly inaccurate?
it's not a bad game. It's just
Not a
Yep.
good game.
Well, it takes place in the same setting, but the city itself doesn't look nearly as alive, and the pop-in and draw distance is really bad.
Well, I guess you're the one who's played it, so you would know.
This
I guess
is what I've
I'll
gleaned
sit this one out.
This
Go ahead,
is
Chatty
what I've
Cathy. Tell us
gleaned
about that game you haven't played.
from reading reviews of it. Now, Phil, please
Yeah?
tell me if that is accurate.
Well, it's weird because it's like it's set in the same city, but it doesn't really feel as alive. And
That's
there's
what
some
I
really heavy
Tell
fog.
me more.
A lot of pop up. No, it's pretty foggy. It's kind of neat being in the same city, just because you can do the open world exploration. The problem is that the separate districts in the city
Yes.
that
No.
you can just
I
freely
do.
travel around in. They're like separate areas. So like right now, I've just kind of started the game and I'm only a few missions in, but I can't leave that starting district of the city right now.
Okay.
I have to if I try to cross the bridge, let's say, a little message pops up that says, "Oh, you need to complete some more missions before you can go into this part of the city." So
Okay.
it's if you've played any of the other DS or 3DS Lego games, which I'm sure none of you guys have, it's pretty much on par with those. It's just a simplified, sort of slightly bare bone-ish version of the console game.
That's what I was going to ask. So you're not saying that it's just like the technical limitations, like on the graphics and things like that, that make it a sort of a lesser game. Like, is the gameplay is it
It's
handcuffed somehow as well, or
it's just simplified. There's not as much to do in terms of exploration, things like that. It's more straightforward. Here's a mission, you go through and beat it. Here's the next mission, go through and beat it. That kind of thing.
okay?
That seems
So-
better for a handheld, though.
Well, yeah,
More
I mean,
appropriate for a
it's-
handheld.
Yeah, and none of the missions are terribly long, which the main game, the actual missions, when you're not just doing the free roaming around the city, the missions can
They can be
go
long.
on for like half an hour or so. But
Good
Yeah.
lord.
yeah,
Does it
here-
have, I'm sure it has cutscenes, but does it have as many or the same kind of humor?
It
Is Frank Honey in it?
Frank Honey not in it.
Really?
At least yet.
Oh,
I've
shit.
not encountered Frank Honey yet. I'm assuming probably not though. But the police chief in
Dunby.
yes, he is. He's one of your fellow officers now.
All right.
He has
Oh,
not been
right,
promoted to
prequel,
chief yet.
right.
So
Mm-hmm. Does he still like donuts?
yes, he does. Your very first mission in the game is going to get him some
Oh,
donuts.
God.
But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's and they do still have the same kind of humor in the game, but it doesn't really work as well because most of it isn't voiced.
Oh.
The dumb
okay.
jokes in that game kind of rely on the delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're reading them in a text window, it doesn't really have the same punch.
Right. Right.
So-
I do kind of hope. I haven't heard that any of this is going to happen, but I kind of hoped that they would, announce some DLC missions or extra stuff for Undercover, because they have a huge world map there,
Yeah.
and it'd be awesome to see more used.
I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah,
The only DLC I've seen in any of the Lego games is just like new characters,
right, yeah.
that sort of thing. So,
Well, they have that. Don't they have some of that? If you buy one of the Lego City sets, you get codes for various things.
I see that in Walmart when I go in there in the game case.
Yeah.
There's like some kind of car or something you can buy that's
it's
a car.
It's
The police car or something like that.
Chase. Comes with a little Chase minifigure.
Yeah.
And then there's a code inside that unlocks a couple of bonus missions.
Yeah.
You know that the two garages
Yes.
that are attached to the police station. It opens up those, and there are actually the two cars from that's in that set.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually there's like the police truck
Cool.
and then the little red sports car.
Yeah. That game's really funny. I liked all the cutscenes.
I can tell you guys can barely contain your excitement.
It's awesome.
It's a great game.
Let's move on to something else Phil's played.
That
this
last
week.
level's awesome. What else have I played this week?
That Rayman challenge app.
I'm the
What
only
is
one
that?
who's played this.
Do they
Yeah.
literally call it an app?
Yes.
The
They call it
official
challenges
ti- the
app.
official
Jesus
title
Christ.
Is Rayman Legends Challenges app, which
That is pathetic.
is a remarkably poor name. I don't understand how that happened,
Yeah.
but
Why not call it a spreadsheet just to make it even more scintillating?
Rayman challenges money grab.
yeah,
Yeah.
This is the bone that Ubisoft is throwing to.
Well, it's not even a
Wii
money
owners.
grab because it's free, right?
Yes, it is free.
It's not
You know,
a very good money grab then.
No.
Yeah.
Although it will probably make more people want to buy Rayman Legends when it comes out.
The only reason I didn't download this is because my external hard drive seems to want to lose connection with the Wii U all the time, so it wouldn't download it.
Have you put them together in a room and just kind of forced them to talk things out?
Yes,
And that's
they're still in there. They're locked in there.
well,
So
give them time. Give them time.
all right.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
So how is it, Phil? What is it? Is
it's
it
awesome.
just like some?
It's awesome. It's
Just like another demo, basically.
It is
It's
another.
a demo. It is a demo. There are I think 3 different stages that you can play through. But then it has this daily challenge thing that you have a different stage every day that you
Okay.
can go through, and it's it's like a timed race going through the level, and it's
I love time attacks.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what though? You should give this a go because it's awesome. I mean, it's really nice and it's gorgeous looking.
It's something new to play on your Wii U.
And it is that, and it tallies up like all your friends' times and lets you compare those, and you can send challenges to your other friends and that sort of thing. Kurbutashi, friend of the show,
Yes.
Kurbutashi
He's
is
been.
quite good at that game actually.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not a fan of Rayman anymore.
Why not?
I don't know. I kind of
play
liked the old
Origins?
ones, and yes, actually, recently I did.
And you didn't like it?
And it seemed nice, but I kind of got bored with it within like an hour.
That's weird.
So
I did too.
yeah,
Really?
this one's not.
What's more, my
I'm-
kids got bored with it in a matter of a couple hours. We played it
Yeah.
co-op, and it was just kind of like, I kind of feel like I already did this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a
So
shame.
I had that as a rental, and I sent it back. And honestly, I'm not all that crazy about the new one. I'm not excited about it at all.
What I
Really?
do like about the new one, at least, I mean, what I played of the demo is I love the way it uses the gamepad, and if
Yes.
there are tons of little things like that, then that could be pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would be very interested at that point.
Yeah, you should at least download the Challenges app.
Well, hey, I just finished the system update as you were talking about, Rayman.
Well, there you go.
That I started over an hour ago.
Start downloading the demo then.
I don't know if I can do that right now, but I will. I'll check it out.
What are they hosting that update on the PSN servers?
Oh, zing.
Rimshot.
All right, let's get a couple more games out of the way here. Mike, what is Mars Warlogs?
Mars Warlogs is an impulse purchase that I would recommend you resist the impulse to purchase. It's pretty weird. I saw it go up on Steam, and I watched the little video they had there for it, and the closest thing that I could compare it to, I watched the video, and it looked like some kind of crazy Europeans decided that they could make a Mass Effect style action RPG on a shoestring budget, and why the hell not?
They were wrong.
So it's $20. It's kind of interesting in that it is they're clearly trying to do sort of like a hybrid between Mass Effect and Fallout. It's not very well written. It's not very well voice acted. It's kind of ugly, and it's not fun, but
it's got a lot going for it.
The sheer audacity of a team, coming together and deciding, we're going to do a big, long, epic action RPG, and we're going to sell it for $20. I kind of respect that. I'm still playing it. I'll probably continue to play it because it's at least interesting in sort of that weird kind of odd little curio way that sometimes games are. You begin the game in a prison colony, and one of the first things you hear is this big fat inmate talking about how excited he is to have some new blood in there because he is, quote, sick of fucking the same asses. So also very edgy and topical. Yeah, so that's an example of some of the edgy dialogue that they have going on there.
Nice.
The camera controls kind of all over the place. It's really weird. But you know what? When winter rolls around, or even summer maybe, hell, who knows, and it is on a Steam sale for like $8.99, you should give it a punt just to see, just to check it out. I mean, as far as I know, that it was not like kickstarted or anything. They just kind of did.
Yeah, sometimes you have to play bad games to make the good ones all the sweeter.
You can make games without kickstarting them now?
That was the other thing that I thought was quite audacious of them. The temerity to release a game without asking for money up front seems just so brazen. I applaud it.
I've been sending all my money to Zach Braff now, so I don't really have much left over for games.
You kickstarting a Scrubs prequel, or what is that all about?
Oh, did you not hear about that?
No.
Zach Braff wants to make a follow-up to, what was that movie he did? Garden State, yes.
A sequel to Garden State.
Yeah. I don't think it's an actual sequel. It's just a follow-up, a spiritual.
In the vein of...
Yeah.
Why does he need... Why? Oh.
Well,
This is Veronica Mars's fault, isn't it?
Yeah,
probably.
Much. Yeah.
I think we should discuss this further during break.
I think you should.
That sounds good.
Your face with my fist.
We're going to go give you some time to forget which podcast you're listening to, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Break!
I think I hear my family coming home. Hang on a sec.
I like it better when you host, CJ. Greg's
should have thought of that last week when everybody was like, "Oh, CJ, you suck as a host. Somebody else has to host this."
This is CJ being a little bitch.
Oh, snap!
Ha!
I'm gonna check the Wii U store.
Yeah. Virtual Console's up.
Yeah. I purchased Super Mario World.
Super Mario?
I actually
downloaded it because of my hard drive troubles.
Ooh, excuse me. I
upgraded Super Mario World.
Yes, because I had the Wii
$1.50.
Yes, I paid my $1.50.
Yeah.
And that game looks really friggin' nice on my TV. On my new TV.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to playing that again. I have not played Super Mario World over again.
Yeah, I was playing a little the other day. It's a little odd playing a Mario game without all of the moves
right
that he has in the
new ones.
In the like new Super Mario. It's also a lot harder than the recent games as well.
Yeah.
Which is good. I like that.
Sure.
I like.
Did you pick up Kirby's Adventure as well?
For 30 cents? I bet I did.
Yeah.
I'm buying all those 30-cent games.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
Make no mistake.
Super Metroid comes out the 15th? Something like that.
That's one of the 30-cent ones, right?
Yeah, 30 cent. I'll be buying that too.
Yup. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Although, man, I'm wondering if... I guess it kind of sucks now because, like, I'm assuming that I will never be able to upgrade my SimCity for SNES.
Oh, because they took SimCity off of Virtual Console, right?
Exactly.
Lame.
So, I won't get to play that on my gamepad.
Is it weird that the prospect of playing Super Mario World and Super Metroid are like the most attractive things about the Wii U right now? Even though I've played both of those games myriad times before.
being able to play on the gamepad, and reconfiguring the buttons is cool, but also the whole save state thing is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like an emulator.
World. That's just one of the best games ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
I would agree with that.
And we're back.
Wait, what?
I don't remember where I am.
In case you forgot where you were,
Oh, geez.
Phil's apartment.
I wish someone tells me.
Listening to the Player One podcast.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
The number 4 most popular video game podcast in certain circles of the internet.
I am going to go listen to some Giant Bomb right now. See ya.
Well, if you got 5 hours to kill, and that's how you want to waste it, you
You want to listen to Poop in a Tub?
Oh,
wow!
Which fast food restaurants are the best?
Oh my goodness!
They only do that during the show intro, which is
for your physique. Yeah.
Let's do some tweets.
Hey, I just got a turn from Mike
CJ
Phillips and draw something too.
That doesn't seem possible. I'm in the middle of recording a goddamn podcast. I don't think that happened.
Is it a dirty drawing?
I think it does. Well, I don't want to look.
Is it something obscene?
I don't want to look.
Yeah. I don't do that anymore.
Scared.
I've retired from the obscene drawing business.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Hacker alias Rich Grisham asks.
So are we not doing the topics du jour?
Nope.
Stuff? We're just doing
those will be covered in the tweets if you just let me do my freaking
job.
job.
Oh my god.
All right, Mr.
Just saying.
Host.
Just saying.
Shaking it up.
Second guessing the host.
Damn.
All right.
If you could go to E3 this year, well, any year, as freelance press, paying your own way, using vacation days, hoping to break even, would you?
No.
I think Rich is looking for some advice.
Could have stopped just at if you could go to E3, because I'll just stop you right there and say no.
No.
All right, there you go, Rich. There's your answer. No.
Yeah.
Don't go. Don't do it.
What is the point?
What is the what? The point? I'm assuming it says he's going as freelance press.
What is the point of going?
Guessing he would have lined up some work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what are you gonna? Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I mean, what are you gonna do? You're gonna do the same stories that 10 other sites are doing, basically.
Right.
Probably.
Unless you can find an angle on there that nobody was doing it.
And he says he's just gonna barely break even.
Yeah. He says he's hoping to break even.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. As soon as the whole paying your own way, hoping to break even thing. Yeah. No. Thanks.
Yeah.
No.
I would go as freelance press, sure, if someone buys me a plane ticket.
Yeah, I still
and one back.
Yeah.
Hacker alias Famous Mortimer, friend of the show, Hacker alias Famous Mortimer, asks, if you could save any seemingly dead IPs from this gen, what would they be? For me, it would be MotorStorm and Valkyria Chronicles.
Mega Man.
It's not from this gen.
Yeah, that died last gen.
Yeah. Oh,
let's be honest. It died at Mega Man 3.
Crackdown.
Yes.
Crackdown. That's a good one.
Crackdown.
That's a great one.
Yep.
What about you, Mike?
I really liked I really liked Heavenly Sword and would kind of like to see another Heavenly Sword game. I would like Ninja Theory to do that instead of all of this other nonsense that they're doing.
All this DMC nonsense?
DMC, Enslaved, forget that.
Oh, come on, Enslaved?
Enslaved was really good until the end.
Enslaved was
Had the best ending ever.
Ugh.
I'd love to see Two Human come back.
I'm sure there are a few dozen unemployed game developers in Central Canada who would love to see that come back too.
Yeah. Or Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon was a good game.
Yeah, Blue Dragon. I got to go with Mortimer and say Motorstorm. I would love to see another Motorstorm.
I hope Motorstorm sticks around. I mean that. Although I guess the fact that they're doing an entirely different run at Evolution is not a good sign, but still,
guessing
I would
it
love
won't
that to come back.
Yeah. And I would love to see a sequel to Split Second, although
Split Second.
That just makes me sad.
That makes me sad too, because that game was so good. Ugh.
Hacker alias Trevo4 is actually asking, "Hey Greg,"
That's you,
Greg Ford.
Oh.
Which is your? But this is for everyone. Which is your favorite Phantasy Star and why?
This is clearly not for everyone.
Yeah.
Phil's played Phantasy Star games.
I have.
So which one's your favorite?
PSO.
Yeah.
That's CJ's
I'm
answer
going
too?
to say PSO.
You're both wrong.
Are we counting PSO?
Yeah, sure, it's Phantasy Star. Why not?
I guess if we weren't counting PSO, I'd probably.
It's the terrible rebooted shell of its former self, Phantasy Star. But go for it.
I would probably say 4.
Yeah, same here.
If we aren't counting PSO, so
that's kind of the only real option. Well, I don't know. The first one was like pretty awesome for the time, although it hasn't really stood up. But 4 still kind of stood the test of time.
4 is pretty great. It looks really nice too.
Oh, what's this? Ring pop?
How do you not know what a fucking ring pop is, you moron? What is she doing? What kind of idiot am I playing?
You're licking it. You're clearly licking it.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know. You don't have saliva droplets coming off of the red thing, so you may not know that's supposed to be a tongue.
Honestly,
this is another bit
where it's you, he probably assumed that was a really poorly drawn penis.
People was a woman.
People not watching the YouTube stream will be slightly confused by that.
Yeah.
I was actually over on the Google Doc seeing what the next tweet was, and I was like, what the hell are they talking about?
Mike just held up his iPhone, and we were watching someone trying to guess his fairly obvious drawing of a ring pop.
Yeah.
The lollipop that you wear on your finger.
Like a ring.
Like a ring, and it's shaped like a gem.
Yeah.
So.
Or when Mike draws it like a penis.
Yes.
I think the lack of saliva lines on there is why.
You think that was what
saliva lines?
Well, saliva droplets.
Drops.
Yeah.
You do stink lines.
What do you
Stink
drool
lines.
every time you do anything? Hacker alias Clive Farr says, "Do you think Nintendo should rebrand the Wii U to energize sales and reduce the confusion of it being a Wii tablet add-on?"
No.
Well, it's
kind of late for that, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a little too late for that.
You
you can't do that now.
It was a terrible branding mistake to call it the Wii U.
Yes.
And unveil it without showing that it was a new console. I think that there were all sorts of branding and marketing errors made right up front with that.
But now they've got those new commercials.
Late. Oh, thank God for those. Yeah.
That's going to clear up any confusion that people had before. No.
Those are horrible.
I don't think those commercials are necessarily horrible. I think they're clearly targeted at parents and not at anyone else.
Yeah. And they're horrible.
There is
like let's make sure that we show people playing in a completely sterile environment that looks incredibly unfun and staged. Like the only thing worse would be to show them playing Wii in a hospital.
Yeah. I think it's a desperate attempt to try to claw back the magic of the original Wii ad campaigns where they showed people playing it and how fun it was. But in those cases...
But they were all actors.
Well, in the original Wii's case, they came to your house and showed you having fun in your house, and now it's like we brought these families to Nintendo to tell us how great our system is.
In the first campaign that they were actors, they seemed more real than the families in these commercials, who are clearly reading scripted bullshit.
Even with people overacting the movements of the Wii Remote in those commercials, they seemed more genuine.
Yeah. And you're right. The thing about those original commercials is those we would like to play ones. It's here's how the Wii makes your house fun.
Right, exactly.
Which is so completely like the new ones are just so abstracted, and we kidnapped these families and took them to an office building to play Wii U. Great.
It'd be great if they all started with the hoods being torn off of everyone's heads. The few seconds of blinking as they try to get the light in the room.
That is kind of great.
Maybe Sony can do that for the PS4.
At the very end of the commercial, the dad is looking up and saying, "There are 2 lights."
Nice. Very nice.
Oh, man.
Hacker Alias Biggie D asks, will Sony and Microsoft follow Nintendo's lead and eventually stop doing press conferences? I'm assuming he means E3 press conferences.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no. Although...
Rich Grisham stops going, then probably.
Here's the thing about E3 press conferences and just their importance, I guess. I mean, you have both Microsoft and Sony who now have introduced hardware outside of E3. Right, and you have Nintendo, who's been doing Nintendo Directs pretty successfully outside of a trade show environment. So is this sort of the beginning of the end of the big press conferences? It very well could be. But
it kind of feels like it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you look at Sony, and it's not like Sony's not going to have anything to talk about.
No.
But they have shown a lot already on the PS4, and you've got to assume that Microsoft's going to do the same on May 21st, which is really close to E3.
Yes.
So what are they going to talk about when E3 comes?
Well, they're going to talk about all the games separately, I'd imagine. I mean, I think part of the reason why E3 press conferences have become such a mess in the last few years is they have a couple different audiences they're trying to serve. They're trying to serve the games press. They're trying to serve the enthusiasts who are out there watching it on the internet.
Live streams now, yeah.
They're trying to appease the mainstream press. They're stockholders on that as well, retailers. There's just so many different people you're trying to please in one press conference, and it's getting harder and harder with everything that these boxes do besides play games, like order pizzas. That it's becoming a little bit difficult to do that in one 90-minute presentation and have it hit all that audience in the same way, in a positive way.
I think what you said there, the most that's changed it completely is live streaming it to consumers.
Yeah,
because that's like, to me, is one of the biggest factors. You remember Sony's press conferences a couple years ago. Like, they come out with all these different sales figures and they just rattle on for minutes about that stuff, and just like, wow, this is the most boring thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, because the analyst community is there.
Right.
They're looking at it in terms of how is this company going to do in the next 6 months, next year.
Right. So, are we all saying then that we think that the press conference may go the way of the dodo?
Would not be surprised.
E3 is just going to continue to morph. I mean, they've already started tinkering with it a little bit a few years ago when they, shrunk it, and now it's gotten bigger again. And I just think they'll continue to fiddle around with it until they land on something that's pretty different than what it is now.
Well, I think one of the problems Nintendo's seen, and certainly Sony and Microsoft have seen in recent years, is it's just impossible to give everything a spotlight. So they choose, half dozen things or a dozen things. And then there might be a game that a lot of people care about that doesn't get shown. They have to plan so far in advance on these things that if something drops out, then, oh my god, like, our lineup kind of sucks. I mean, there's so many different variables there. And also, I'm sure the cost of pulling one of those things off has just increased and increased.
Yeah,
and
that's
increased.
the big thing.
over the years. And honestly, Nintendo, with the success that they're having with Nintendo Directs, maybe it's good for them to get out of the way this year at the very least.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird. It kind of sends like they were not going to be able to compete with people rolling out new consoles at this thing, so they were not going to get any of the column inches in a newspaper to begin with. But as a sort of tacit message to your existing customers, it's kind of like saying, yeah, we can't compete with that, which is a little bit of a scary message too, you know?
Yeah, totally. I want to apologize to Phil for muting him, but
you're a jerk.
Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people like, oh man, they're not doing an E3 press conference. How are they going to expect to compete with Microsoft and Sony? I mean, the answer is they never would have. The headlines from E3 are going to be all about PS4 and the next Xbox. There really wasn't going to be a chance for Nintendo to rebrand the Wii U at all during that show.
No.
And I think they are having separate events for the media and for like retail buyers, if I remember correctly. But they're not having a big press conference, so they're having a media event separately.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So it's not like the media is not going to cover Nintendo's E3 lineup. That will still happen, and they were never going to snatch headlines away from Microsoft or Sony.
But the timing and the message of, yeah, we're not going to do that does feel a little bit like giving up.
Yeah, it can definitely be conceived that way, for sure. Perceived that way. Conceivably, yeah.
I suppose. I don't mind it.
Hacker Alias.
There, so. And we're gonna get Nintendo Directs, right? They said that in the place of that are going to be a bunch of Nintendo Directs.
I find those things really hard to watch.
I find those things unnecessary to watch because it just fills my Twitter stream for about an hour and a half, and then I don't have to watch a damn thing.
Yeah. Hacker Alias, Jacob Norgren. With this gen ending, how do the PS3, Xbox 360, and Wii stack up, sales aside? Who moved the industry forward in the most positive way?
This is going to be... I'm going to say that nobody did anything to move the industry forward. No, actually, I will say Microsoft in the beginning, like the first 4 or so years of Xbox Live, I think did move the industry forward, just in terms of online play and all of that. Cool
they each did a little
stuff.
something. I mean, Microsoft definitely with the community aspects, the online aspects, of course. Oh, yeah. Nintendo definitely with getting more people playing games that were not playing games before. Yes. I think that is pretty positive. I know tons of people who heretofore had never touched a video game, and now there's a Wii in their house, and they still play Wii Sports. So that's good.
Okay. Yep.
And I think Sony actually, moved things forward for the people who actually love video games in general, like historically. I think they were probably better.
How did they do that?
I want to boil it down with Sony. The thing that jumps to mind for me
by making good games.
Well, not just making good games, but also getting the sort of the indie game scene more of a thing on home consoles.
Yeah, I will say that. And the interesting thing about that is that Microsoft started that trend and then bailed.
And they bailed on it. Yeah, absolutely.
Bailed on it pretty quickly, actually.
They bailed, and even Nintendo has gotten into that.
Well, it's almost like Nintendo and Microsoft both kind of did it, but then just sort of said, okay, the service is there and left it alone. But it seems like Sony was the group that really sort of tried to nurture it.
Yeah.
And I think they've done a fantastic job.
Oh, yeah.
I think they have too.
I feel about this gen for them anyway. But otherwise, I agree with you, Mike. I think they all did something this generation. Like you look at the upcoming systems and you look at the Wii U and you can see shades of what the other two companies did.
Yeah.
This gen. So.
Yeah, I don't think there's one standout where I'm like, holy shit, man! Without Sony, we wouldn't be where we are. Or without.
Obviously, Kinect, I think, was sort of a revolution that I think we can all agree on.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
I think Microsoft wants to think they created a revolution with the Kinect, and that's why we've got pizza ordering apps on
outstanding
Xbox 360. But
CJ's never going to let that go.
Finally, I can order pizza from my couch, something I've never been able to do before.
Well, you know, when you're sitting there, it's all the way over there, and your controller's in your hand.
Yeah. I mean, you probably don't have your phone or your iPad or anything else near you while you're playing.
That's like 15 calories you don't have to burn.
That's right.
And 1,000 or more calories you can order.
Point at your TV and say, Xbox, pizza me.
I'm hungry.
One more time?
No.
Come on.
All right. Hacker alias Camouflage?
Yeah.
Question. Do you think an artist should apologize for their work? In reference, obviously, to George Kamitami and the Dragon's Crown thing.
I haven't heard anything about this.
No? Nothing at all? Really?
No.
Okay. I know Mike has, and I know Mike has an
Who did he
opinion.
offend?
He offended everyone.
Yeah, his characters have very anatomically impossibly large jubblies.
Yes.
And
right.
which people have taken offense to. But no, he shouldn't apologize.
There you go. In
How
Kotaku,
has Itagaki gotten away all these?
well, that's kind of at the center.
Go look up the Dragon Crown. It is as ridiculously.
I mean, when I say anatomically impossible, I mean this is like smuggling watermelons in your brassiere, kind of anatomically impossible.
Yeah. Like they can't get too close to Gallagher because they would.
Because who would want to anyway? Really?
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
So the whole thing was
thunder here. So
Jason over at Kotaku in Kotaku's always so classy way, was one of the people who called out the ridiculousness of these character designs, but he did so by saying that they need to stop hiring teenage boys to draw their characters. It was very insulting. What he said was pretty insulting. So of course, George came back and basically said, "Oh, you must be gay." In so many words, because you don't like girls, you don't like sexy women, or something along those lines. And it just kind of blew out of proportion from there. And I mean out of proportion when I'm talking about these characters.
Out of proportion.
But, yeah, it's just been all over the internet, and now the usual suspects have all been chiming in all week and getting mad at women who aren't mad about it and things like that.
Yeah. No need to apologize. It does make me slightly uncomfortable just because it's like, I don't know, watching videos of the game, I just think, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I can appreciate a nice boob like everyone else, sure.
I like to appreciate them two at a time.
That's why I play Draw Something to appreciate that.
To appreciate a nice boob.
Yeah. But,
or to appreciate something like this fine young man has drawn for me.
Come on.
I don't even know what that is. But what's better is I was randomly paired with this guy, and his username is Buttfister.
Wait, how?
Good God!
How is Fister spelled? Because that might be Andrew. Friend of ours.
Yes, friend of the show.
Yeah, the traditional way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's the word?
Hell if I know. I
Okay.
can't. I don't know.
Matador.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
You can't make a word out of these lousy letters.
All right,
I'm gonna guess passion. By typing that in.
I'm going to do one more tweet here, and then CJ can start his outro. Hacker alias Radical Defect.
Yeah.
You are forced to negate either Super Mario World or Sonic 3 and Knuckles from existence.
Yes.
Which is the better game, and why?
How is this even a question?
Even a question. The obvious answer is
Mario World is
Mario
the better
World
game.
is the much better game.
Sonic 3 and Knuckles isn't even the best Sonic game on the Genesis.
But
so
But what about the evolutionary step of being able to connect 2 cartridges together to create a new game?
Did anybody do that?
That was the only way to play Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
I mean, you know.
Yeah?
Nah.
You can't tell me you didn't do that, CJ.
Yeah,
You're right, I did.
Yeah,
of
course I did.
That.
Yeah.
But did I
into
play
lock-on
all the way
technology
through
before
Sonic 3 and
Knuckles.
Knuckles? No, I did not.
Yeah, but you don't
No.
play through anything.
I
That's
played
not really an indictment of the game.
I've played through probably every Sonic game for 16-bit systems.
Except for Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Except for Sonic 3 and Knuckles. You're right.
And Sonic
and
3.
Sonic and Knuckles.
And Sonic CD.
No, I have played through Sonic CD.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not going to try to suggest it's in the same ballpark as Super Mario
I'm not,
World,
actually.
though. Okay,
I'm just-
thank
I'm
you.
just being a dick.
I'm glad even you are not that
It is
crazy.
not, no. Because I agree
No.
with Phil. It's not even the best 16-bit Sonic game.
No.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so...
It's
And even the
wrong.
best 16-bit Sonic game is not even in the same league as Super Mario.
Well, that is
World.
also true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is also true. Greg, what is the best 16-bit Sonic?
Sonic CD.
Good call. Good call. You know. How about
What would you
Drive-Thru.
rank second?
Drive-Thru?
Was Drive-Thru?
Wow,
don't know.
Drive-Thru?
I need to
never
go to
going
the
to
fast
make
food
my
places that Butt Twister goes to. That's all I'm saying.
Those
Oh,
teeth look pretty
man.
sharp, though.
Drive-Thru.
That's... that is... Now, I've heard
Wow.
some states do have that, drive-through, but
You gotta leave a fingerprint, though.
yeah.
So what would you call the second best Sonic game, Phil? I'm interested.
Probably
16-bit
Sonic
Sonic.
2.
Yeah.
Really?
Sonic 2.
Although,
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
wasn't a big fan of Sonic 2.
But I still have a big love for the original Sonic.
Same here.
Yeah, I mean the
That's what I
original
would
Sonic
say.
is so good.
Yeah.
I
Sonic
might
2 was-
go with that one.
I mean, I don't know. I could see people saying Sonic 2 is better, but I was
Yeah.
same as you. Big fan of the original. Anyway,
yeah.
let's not get into a big discussion about that. I think it's time to sign off.
Are we going to talk about the Ratchet and Clank movie?
No.
All right.
We can talk about Fuse?
I'm excited about.
You want
the
to talk
Ratchet
about
and Clank
Fuse?
movie.
No.
You want to talk about it? I don't know
I'm
if
excited
you've been
about the
following the
Ratchet and Clank movie.
NeoGAF. The thing that cracks me up most about NeoGAF and Fuse is that anytime a Fuse topic gets started, it descends into
Phil's
hilarity
picking
extremely quickly.
Phil's picking bugs out of his child's hair.
It's called
Like a
grooming.
It
gorilla.
descends into people bad-mouthing Fuse and asking for Overstrike back, etc. Like, it just really... It gets ugly. It gets ugly. There were many target clearance stickers photoshopped onto...
I love your work, and I've been following this game for a long time, and I just wanted to ask, why does Fuse suck?
Yeah,
Aww.
that's about
It-
caliber.
Are you excited about that then, CJ? About Fuse? I mean, I know you're a huge Insomniac
Not
fan.
really.
Yeah,
I
me
am,
neither.
but I'm not really excited about Fuse now.
Yeah.
I'll play the demo and see where it goes from
Sure.
there.
It's going to be a shame when that game flops.
Yeah,
I don't want it to, 'cause
almost
I like
think
Insomniac.
It's inevitable that thing flops
Yeah.
just based on the hatred and indifference and apathy for the game. Like, just really...
That's the thing. The apathy would be bad enough for the game's prospects, but the fact that people actively hate...
active disparaging of Fuse.
Yeah.
And I guess the fact that EA Partners closed
Oh, yeah, right.
closed up shop
Yeah.
before the game's even out,
Gross.
which could mean it's been sent to die.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll find out.
Good.
Well, that's ending the show on an up note.
Yeah,
Oh, sheesh.
sure. Hey, the new Xbox is going to be unveiled May 21st. How do you feel about
Well,
that?
I love that you're going through and picking out things that I didn't... why in the world do we want to talk about the new Xbox being unveiled 3 weeks from now? 4 weeks from
We
now?
don't.
Why wouldn't we?
Because we already knew they were going to unveil it, and who gives a shit?
CJ's
I'm
hosting,
just
even though
gonna-
he didn't want to host.
I'm going to point out that a friend of the show, Cameron Davis, has expressed interest in coming back on the show.
We should
Yeah.
have him on. We should have him host.
should. We should have him on so him and I
You're
can
the
talk
guest,
about
and you're the host. Go!
Commodore
Hey,
64.
Phil, guess what I got today?
I don't know. Your
My
butt.
first Commodore 64.
What?
Yeah.
You got a Commodore
A
64?
friend of mine was getting rid of his.
Seriously?
With a monitor.
I don't believe that.
And
you don't have any friends.
Case and everything.
Did you get the disc drive?
Yep. And just a buttload of discs.
You got a big
butt-fister of discs.
Whole bunch of
you got a whole drive-thru full of discs.
A drive-thru full of discs.
Are you actually gonna play it?
Yeah.
You should bust out. Yeah, tell me what you're playing. Tell me what games you got in.
I will go through and try some stuff and let you know.
That's awesome.
I knew you'd be excited for me.
Did you get School Days? Oh, I love School Days.
I don't know. Seriously, it's like a gigantic tub of discs, some boxed, and then a bunch of pirated stuff.
Yeah.
So it'll take hours to get through, I'm sure.
Yeah. School Days was one of my favorite C64 games. It's the prototype for Bully, pretty much.
All right.
It's good.
Maybe I'll have it.
It's good. Okay, go see Mommy.
It's nap time.
Oh, it's nap time.
Why is it ever nap time?
He is upset. It's nap time. Oh, man.
Go for it, CJ.
Alrighty, and that's our show for this week. Thank you very much for listening or watching, if that's your preference. If you would like to comment on something you heard or saw during this episode, like a drawing of Drive-Thru,
you can draw something too.
Yes.
You can go to
CJ's
Player
never
One.
going to look at drive-thrus the same way again.
That's true. That's true. You go
You'll
to
be
Player
driving
One
down the street
Podcast.
and be like, "You want to go to McDonald's?" No.
I'm interested in a McGlory hole, please.
This video is going to get kicked off of YouTube now.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
We're gonna have to. Yeah.
Thanks,
Blur it out.
Buttfister.
Son of a bitch.
Where was I? Oh, yeah, playeronepodcast.com/339 to comment on this episode. Or you can direct comments to @P1Podcast on the Twitters. How do you feel about that? And, hey, if you had gone to playeronepodcast.com, you can also check out blog entries like Mr. Stewart's Sega CD post that he makes.
Yep.
And Generation 16 episodes.
Yep.
Which is also awesome.
All the footage is done for the next one.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Nice.
Moving along quite a clip at this point.
Nice. And there's a message board where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
Did you see that I uploaded a new YouTube video a
No.
couple days ago?
Oh.
Yeah, I uploaded a video of my wife playing the Fisher-Price xylophone.
I did see that.
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's playing the Metal Gear Solid theme. And it's awesome. It's awesome.
I have
So,
to go watch that.
You should go watch it. It's pretty cool.
On my Commodore 64.
Well, yeah, obviously. If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting playeronepodcast.com or by going to the iTunes Music Store. While you're at the iTunes Music Store, you can also invest $1.99.
Cheap.
Look at the Player One Podcast iPhone application. Gives you one-touch communication with us via the voicemails, the emails, the Twitters, what have you. We also have all of our episodes ready to stream right to your listening device. Or you can also spend nothing and get Robot Unicorn Attack 2.
That's true. Please do.
Yeah.
We got to draw something in the charts. Let's do
Yes.
it. Come on.
And hey, Android cell phone telephone users. Player One Podcast iPhone application is available for your listening device as well for that same $1.99.
Also quite cheap.
You can find that right over there at the Amazon Android Marketplace. Is Robot Unicorn coming to Android, CJ? CJ's taking a wait-and-see approach. The Amazon market. But the Player One Podcast app is available there, so that's fantastic.
Yes.
Cheaper than a coin doubler.
That's true.
So you can
That's
hear
true.
people talk about Robot Unicorn Attack 2.
Yeah, which
on
is almost
True
as good.
Marketplace.
Almost
Yeah.
as good.
Yeah.
You can also listen to us on the Stitcher, and you can check us out live. You can watch us record this show most weeks on the YouTube. So follow our Twitter account to find out when we will be broadcasting our next live show. And who
Direct
knows?
to you.
You might get
Direct.
to see some dirty pictures. So
You never know when suddenly there will be a penis on screen.
you don't.
It's like
or
playing Uno.
a drawing
Or
of
them.
one.
Or a
What?
drawing of one, yeah.
CJ!
Yeah?
Thank you.
It's an
Sure.
unorthodox method of cleaning your screen, I have to say. Get a microfiber cloth for crying out loud.
Well, it's pretty close.
Yeah. Oh, Seward,
Yo,
thank you.
you're welcome.
And Mike.
The key to toppling Draw Something 2 from the top of the charts, I'm going to give it to you right now, just so you can take it back to your bosses at Adult Swim. 99-cent in-app purchase, purple dildo horn.
Ah.
Make it happen.
I thought you were going to say a free coin doubler to Buttfister, but
Oh.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sure.
Mike Phillips hates
No,
all novelty songs. When he hears one, he throws such a fit. For even though Phil
You're gonna
quite
sing
enjoys
Shaving Cream
them,
now? God damn it.
he thinks that they're nothing but shaving cream. Be nice and clean. Shave every day and you'll always look keen.
this is going to go really well with the music playing in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Your face is going to go well with the music playing in the background. Because we're playing butt music. And your face is a butt. Your face is akin to a butt. We'll see you next week in Game Magazines.